Whenever I travel, I like to get a look outside of the city center at the areas that people live, just the regular people, not tourists, and see what it's like around there, see what kind of stores they have, how much things costs, how big their supermarkets are, do they have a lot of products, that kind of thing, just to see everyday life in another city, in another country. So here I am in the area of the Semyonovskaya Metro Station, and that is only a few stops from the city center, say from Red Square, but by walking or car, it's about 5.5 miles from Red Square, and on the metro, it's about a 20-minute ride. The area around Semyonovskaya Metro Station is really busy, really city-like. You see there's a bunch of trams that go through here, as well as the metro station, as well as a lot of buses come through here. And it's right in the center of it all is a pretty big mall. I mean, it's not huge, but for a mall inside of a city area, it's pretty big. It's 3 stories and it's as wide as the city block you'll see coming up. So it's a pretty good size. What I think is interesting about this mall is that on the ground floor, there's a really big supermarket and it's open 24 hours a day. So I don't think this all the stores in this mall are open 24 hours a day, but the supermarket is open 24 hours a day. And it's a really big supermarket. I'll walk through a little later, just to give you a little bit of an idea of how big it is and what it looks like. Here on the left, this big beige building right here is the entrance to the metro station. This is on the number 3 line, and again, it's Semyonovskaya station. As you'll see in some future videos, the stations out here are really pretty grand and very clean, if you compare them to some place like New York City or Paris metros. And they're also as old, or maybe not as old, but they're still from the 1930s. So they're still old, but they're in really good condition, really clean. And seeing a few different areas of Moscow now outside of the city center, one thing I notice is the types of stores that they have. And so I would say Burger King is really popular here, maybe even more so than McDonald's, because there's plenty of places I see Burger Kings but no McDonald's. And also KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, is also really popular. So this little area here has all three of them: Burger King, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think there might be a Pizza Hut too. So some of the American chains that I see out here, a Domino's a few blocks away. There's Papa John's out here. So it's funny to see these familiar American fast food places, except with Russian signage on them. So pretty interesting to see. So this is the outside of the mall here, and this street here is a pretty big bus stop. A lot of buses, different lines come through here. They have a bus. I'm sure they have it in probably most places in Moscow, but I've been using this bus that rides along the metro line, the number 3 metro line. So the bus is called M3, and it just rides above ground everywhere the metro goes. So that's pretty handy, and I'm guessing that they have it for most or all the lines in Moscow. So this is the supermarket on the outside here. I'm going to walk to the end of the street and go inside and just take a quick look around. Uh, the mall, this mall looks a little strange with this thing sticking out on the roof. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but anyway, this is a really busy area. It's pretty crowded almost any time of the day, it seems. This mall is like a typical mall in a small scale you would see inside of a city. A lot of clothing stores and pretty decent sized food court inside as well. So a lot of different options in there. Some good coffee. A cup of coffee is like $1.50 for a really good coffee made from a nice coffee machine. So prices are pretty good out here. One thing that I see in a lot of stores and malls that is a little different than the U.S. is these types of security guards that they have. One, they all look like these tough Russian ex-military kind of guys that look a little intimidating, standing at the doorways and looking at your bags. Also, a lot of these stores you have to check your bags in these little lockers. But you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of these security guys around, and they look a lot different than the security guys you see in normal malls, which aren't allowed to, touch you or do anything except call the police. These guys look like they'll pretty much grab you and jump on you if they have to. So this is what this supermarket looks like. You see there's all these checkout lanes. So it's a pretty big supermarket. It has a deli section, butcher section, a bakery section, even hot foods. They sell whole chickens and hot Russian foods that you can take to go or whatever, even a bakery. So it's a pretty big mall, and like I said, it's open 24 hours a day, so that's pretty good and really convenient. And I'm just gonna walk to the end of this mall here, and so you have a little bit of idea of some of the stores in here. The ground floor has a few electronic shops and cell phone stores. Matter of fact, I got my SIM card from one of these stores. I use Beeline is the name of the provider, and it was like 600 rubles or about $8 for a month of unlimited data. So pretty good deal. So this is what it looks like in just a regular residential area of Moscow. So that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up or leave a comment, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be putting out some more videos shortly. Thanks.